Hood Postman, Professor Belly Bell. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and the 15th. Lock the door. Professor Belly Bell, the Hood Postman. Who I'm here today?
Oh, you're here with Kufan, also known as Baby Spike, of Affiliates and Offenders Recovery Program, and I'm here with my big homeboy Mike Baby Ducc, from Affiliates and Offenders Recovery Program, Gangsta, Volunteers of America. He just does it all. So we're here at St. Andrews Park.
St. Andrews Park. Historically, St. Andrews Park. Give me a little background about St. Andrews Park when you guys was growing up.
All right, as for me, when I was growing up, St. Andrews Park was a park I could come to. They had a baseball team. So I joined the baseball team when I was very young. I say probably around 10 years old. I was a part of the baseball team. From there, I went to a school called LaSalle Elementary, so that was connected to this park.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I just became a part of the community. As I got older, that's when the gang situation became a part of it. And so I just naturally associated myself with that gang and that community that I grew up in.
What year would you say that you initially started seeing, like, okay, because I remember when it went from baseball to softball to basketball, and all of a sudden it went to gangs.
Yeah.
What year was that for you, Mike?
For me, it was around the exact year, I would have to say probably 1979, 79, 80 up in there. Once I went to junior high school, I went to Dahoodpostman Junior High School. So then I started seeing graffiti on the wall. I was seeing graffiti on the wall when I was at LaSalle. I was seeing A-Trade Gangsta on the wall at LaSalle. But when I really got introduced to the gangs is when I went to Dahoodpostman Junior High School, and that's by coming in contact with gang members.
Initially, this park was home to Big Tookie, Sweetback, or Melvin Hardy, or Barefoot Pookies, Skulls, the Buddhas, the
Founders,
Cutes,
right?
the Lucky, Rusty, all these guys. I mean, even the guys from the East Side came to St. Andrews Park.
Right.
And I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that, but do you guys have any remembrance of that part?
For myself, I'm not old enough to remember that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not old enough. By the time I came, I probably came in 83, 84 with regards to my mother bringing me to St. Andrews, where I played Little League Baseball for Coach Berry, and all the coaches here. I played basketball in the gym, so I was here for the banquets. I was here to see, what was going on, the camaraderie, the togetherness. We always had the element of OGs here, in this park, regulating this park, and I used to take notice of it, as a kid, coming from, like he just said, from LaSalle Avenue, to St. Andrews. You feel what I'm saying? And to St. Andrews. And and that's what I pretty much gravitated to somewhere around 85. I began to see things different. Like he said, it was at Bread Art, but mine was at Horseman. So, going through Horseman, you get your rite of passage to come on back and start banging.
What was it about A-Trade, the AK Gangster, that was so attractive to such young minds to pull you away from everything you was doing as a sports guy to made it like supersede the sports? I like this better over here because I'm with these guys, and what what I mean? What was so exciting about that? I mean, if you can just articulate it, I mean, it'd be perfect, but if you can't.
For me, I was always, I think that I looked at when the attraction of the game for me was power. I seen power in the game, and that's what I wanted to be connected to. Up until that time, I felt powerless. I felt confused. You know, I didn't really know which way to go. And for me, the gang kind of gave me that power. It gave me that sense of belonging. It gave me, uh, to me at that time, direction.
Well, I think for me, you know, was seeing the camaraderie, seeing the love. I remember being as a kid, like I say, seeing the big homies here, and I had a friend named Brat, who was probably the youngest A-Tree around at the time. So, I used to see him all G'd up and stuff. So, and that was before I ended elementary, and so,
That
but
look, huh?
yeah, but that look, him being amongst them like that, them showing them that love, you know. But when I went to Horseman, and got chased home from Horseman, and going to my grandma Dunn's house with Chris and them, seeing Kelly and her telling me, giving me some understanding. My sister Kelly, was kidnapped and raped and done wrong over and left on Crenshaw High School's football field, when I was like 9 years old, during that wartime. And so, but it was her, who gave me a little bit of understanding as to why these dudes hated me like that, or why they jumped on me and sent me home. But that's pretty much what started me pushing A-Trick Gangsters.
You mentioned war, and I believe 79 would probably be the jump off part for that. But when it came about around for you, and you just mentioned the situation that happened, and I'm sure, Mike, you had your own situation that happened. But and I want to start with you, Mike, and I'm gonna come back to you. What was it for you?
For me, my brother, I got an older brother. My brother, he's from Hoover. He's from 9 Hoover. And so always, I followed him.
Uh huh.
Whatever he did, I wanted to do.
Uh huh.
And not only just my brother, but guys that grew up on my block. They were older guys. I looked up to these guys. So whatever they did, I followed them. Once they began to claim, represent a gang, then for me, I want to do what they doing. So I began to copycat that. I began to model myself behind that. And it just, that's what really, like, had me go that way. Once I started copycat that, I began to get like what's the word? Accepted. I began to get accepted. I began to get praise for some of the things that I was doing. So that even attracted me more because that acceptance, that praise, that's what I was seeking, and that's what it drove me.
People have a tendency to do what they see and hear. And from my perspective, just my opinion, I think that the environment teaches, but also other men teach. Other words, they don't even have to be saying nothing.
Right.
Something about their attire, or something about their gesture, or their commitment to something that you
Right.
see, and you somehow believe that you should be part of that. Would that be accurate?
That's accurate. It's a sense of belonging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So back to you, Spike. You talked about the war. You talked about the incident that happened with your sister, and man, I pray for that situation because no way should that have to happen. And for it to happen, I could definitely see where you threw your hat or the towel, not the towel, but you threw your hat and put your hand in that situation. But at what point, how far did you go with it? And I'm not looking for any type of about situations. I'm just thinking
Well, I think
anger. What was your anger
I
level?
think I had a newfound confidence going back to school once I learned what it was, and that's what it was. So but from there, you know, that's where my rage and violence began at. Pretty much after the riot at Horseman, we all pretty much came of age. Because innocent friend of ours was killed in response to that riot. And so we all pretty much had matured that night. And you know, and from that point on, I was full fledged in that business as a really young, at a really young age, and all I did was you know, was put in work and battle my rivals. You know, I mean, that was how I had to, especially when I stepped into the spike shoes. So you know, I had to feel those shoes. I had to, you know, so I had to, at the same time I was trying to establish my own name. So I had to be my own me. So, you know, I was out there like that because I had a chip on my shoulder over my sister, but nobody really understood that or knew that.
And you stepped in some big shoes because you little Spike.
I'm baby Spike.
Baby Spike.
Yeah,
so it's a little Spike, baby
yeah.
Spike, and then big Spike.
Yeah, they legends. Yeah, I come up under some legends. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, and man, like I say, man, I mean, you know, it's sometimes I'm lost to how to articulate the pain and the hurt and the sorrow and even the misery that comes from some of these circumstances that we had to be subjected to. But at the same time, we got to find a way to heal from it. And right now, you guys are going through that process with all the programs you're doing, and I respect that. Lock the door.
Yeah, yeah, but
Perfect grind all the time, baby.
Yeah, Cali Finders, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money, got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the feds get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen.